This is Up for Grabs, a podcast where three unfiltered friends talk about anything and everything. And now, here are your hosts, Tracy, Kim, and Rachel.
Welcome to Up for Grabs. I'm Rachel. I'm here with my friends Kim.
Hello.
Hello. And Tracy.
Hi.
Hi. Today on Up for Grabs, we're going to get meta. We're going to do a podcast about podcasts. How about that? Have we run out of ideas? Maybe. Or will this be the greatest podcast about podcasts that's ever been recorded?
Ours is not the one I listen to the most.
What?
As good as it is.
Yeah. I feel betrayed.
I'm Thawy.
And I thought you were the person that had been downloading all the podcasts, all of our podcasts, because I went to see how many for this particular podcast. I'll have you know that we're at over 13,000 downloads.
Let's go.
And I thought you had been sitting at home.
I don't think I've listened for the past 3 seasons.
Downloading.
Honestly, I don't like listening to myself. Like,
well, you guys are missing out. I'm telling you.
I just put it out in the universe and just let it just
What
soak
happens
in.
when you listen, right?
When I listen, I immediately text you both and say, "Oh my gosh, you guys, we've done it again."
We are a delight.
It was delightful.
And I act like I feel the same way.
And I was acting like I wasn't here. Like, my memory is so bad that I'll be listening and not know what's coming next, even though I was here in this room recording.
Yeah.
That's part of our secret, though.
It's the secrets in the sauce.
Well, when people have said something to me and I'll giggle and I'll say, "Oh, I can't believe you listen," and I'll be like, "You would not." There's nothing that really goes into this. Like, we don't like strict strategy. We don't talk about what we're gonna say. I go, it is just seriously. We just sit down like we're just talking amongst ourselves, and that's what. And then people said that's what makes it so likable.
The fact that we just are so unpredictable because we don't even know what we're going to say.
What kind of nonsense is coming out next?
I don't even remember. So yes, I did. I wanted to talk about just podcasting in general, and I want to get you guys to pipe in with your favorite podcasts that you listen to regularly. But I did want to let you know that the Up for Grabs podcast, we're on 92 episodes. So by the end of August of this year of 2026, we should hit our 100th episode.
By August?
Sweet.
If we do 2 a month until August, the end of August will be our 100th episode. So I feel as though, start brainstorming. I don't know what we can do to make it special.
Can we just start over again, or is that not a thing?
And we're back to 1. Yes, we could definitely start over again. I was thinking of celebrating it in some other way than just starting over, but think about it.
Tropical vacation?
People that do podcasts, though, they do celebrate the.
Do they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kind of like the 100th day of
They
kindergarten.
hold up 100 balloons and
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there is a celebration on those milestone episodes. I have to think of something.
Well, you get the 1, I'll get
want
the
a
0.
cake.
You want a cake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
and we should like have that when we record our 100th.
okay. Should we record it so people can see us cutting the cake, or should we just pretend that the cake's here?
That would be a fun one to do live.
Yeah, we could go live on Facebook.
I don't like
TikTok,
the whole idea
all
of
it.
going live.
Why? Chicken?
I'm a little chicken, and also we did it once, right? And you said, "Oh my gosh, 300 people happened upon our podcast when it was
Right.
live," and that scared me. They don't need to be listening to us.
That's why.
I think, yeah, it's
Okay.
none of their business what we're talking about.
I don't think you understand, but okay. I don't
Okay.
think you understand how this works.
I clearly don't.
How
And-
do we need to get a sponsor.
Well, that's another thing that I discovered when I was
Who
looking
wants to pay us?
when I was looking into podcasting, and I said it was the part I didn't understand. So I went to this website called podcaststatistics.com, and it was talking about how it's a $1 billion industry.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I said, wait a minute, $1 billion industry?
We're doing this for free.
We don't have any money stream in or out. We got nothing.
We got nothing.
But
Why buy the cow?
Apparently, people are making money off doing this. And I don't get
Indeed,
it.
they are.
And some of the people making money off it aren't even as good as we are. I'm just going to
Really?
say it.
Their numbers aren't what ours are?
No, I'm saying their numbers are great, but their talent level.
Okay, because I have a question about one that we'll get to, but yes.
Okay. So yeah, when I was looking and I was saying, oh, so people are monetizing this? That's crazy. We aren't doing that. I did find out that for the Up for Grabs podcast, just to give you some statistics, that we are not quite in the top 25% of all podcasts.
That's ridiculous.
But we're better than the top 50, because here's what this site said. It said that the average number of downloads within the first 7 days of posting a podcast is the indicator of where you are on this list. And we kind of hovered around 50 or 60 downloads in the first 7 days, and top 50% had 30 downloads, and the top 25% had 114 downloads. So
Okay.
we're not the worst.
Yeah.
We're not but we're way better than I thought we were,
Yeah.
which I didn't quite understand either, because we don't have any sponsors.
We don't really actively advertise. You know what I mean? Like, we don't.
I don't even share it on my social media.
I mean,
Most of the
yeah.
time.
I mean, we're doing this
I
just
know that aggravates you.
for fun.
It really does.
I know.
Yeah, we are just doing it for fun, and it is fun. Kim, I know that you had a couple of instances over the past couple of weeks that somebody came up to you and said that they listened, and you probably had the same reaction that I usually do, and because I just laugh at them.
I laugh and maybe I get a little embarrassed, but do I name names? I mean, like,
I don't know if
I don't
you
know.
want to.
Denise Wilson, she was a beloved teacher, and was she vice principal at one point?
I think she was.
What, St. Barnabas? My kids loved her. Anyways, ran into her very randomly at a restaurant, and I don't know. She grew up with my husband. They lived on the same street. So she was like, hey, Joe, and she said, we know each other, but she was like, I love your podcast. And I always give this look like, huh? And I just laughed. And I was like, oh my gosh, it always catches me off guard when
Yes.
somebody says that they listen to it, because I do. And she was like, no, I really do. And she goes, I don't feel like I know you as well as Joe. And she said, but through that podcast, I do feel like I know you. And she said, we are so much alike.
We're best friends.
And so I find that funny. And you think about it. When she left, I was like, oh my God, that's so weird. Like, what kind of things have I said? And I told her, I go, well, then you're obviously very immature. And she was like, extremely. And it's just fun, just funny. And then at a wedding I went to, Marnie Faye, who's her and her husband Steve are huge listeners, but did she run into somewhere
Recently at a Walmart.
Yes. And she was like, she probably thought I was crazy. She goes, I just feel like I know her.
Yeah.
She goes, and I don't. But you do.
Hi, you're going to be going to the Heavenly Ham this year, like at Thanksgiving or whatever. I don't know, for Easter. I mean, I'm like, no, because I ran into her husband there last year.
Yes.
And she wanted me, and he made a big
Yes.
scene about it. So I'm like, nope, I don't have a ham there this year.
No ham.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like one gal that I see at the YMCA every once in a while, who I am not super close with. I mean, she and I just know each other's names, and that's pretty much it. She told me she listens to and then I was like, you, and I think my reaction was more like, I go, you do?
I think that's usually my reaction too.
Why? But she said that she thinks we're funny, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
we are, so...
I have 4 siblings and one listens, and she can't call me fast enough on Monday
Oh,
morning
I
when
love
she's
that.
at work.
She's our biggest fan. I love
Or she'll
that.
send a message and say, can you explain blah, 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 and then I'll tell her whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's Angie. And Angie, I want to give a shout out to her. I don't know, did she tell you that she ran into me at the sauna at the YMCA the other day?
No.
Okay, so maybe it was like 2 weeks ago. And she was the one that originally got me to go to the sauna.
Yes.
She was singing its health benefits and praises, and I was like, okay, I'll go. And then I went and I hated it, but I kept going. And here I was one day in the middle of the afternoon on a weekday, sweating it out in the sauna, and all of a sudden the door opens, and I can't see, I don't have my glasses on, and it's dark in there. And all of a sudden I hear, Rachel, is that you? And it's like all I could see was like her outline with the light behind her, and I'm like, it was like she was like the Saint Sauna had come to. I'm like, Angie, and so it was like she appeared out of. I thought I was hallucinating because I was so hot and wanted to leave, but no, I did. I got to see Angie
I did not know that.
in the sauna. So yeah, I don't necessarily listen religiously to other podcasts, and I don't religiously listen to ours. Just whenever I do, we did it again. But I have a few stats that I think you guys will appreciate. There are over 584 million podcast listeners out there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So there's a big group to choose from.
Yeah.
Over 4.5 million podcasts worldwide. We are one of 4.5 million podcasts.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But it says in the U.S., 55% of the population listens to a podcast every month, which I thought was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And globally, it's a $39 billion business that we are getting $0.00 from. The average podcast lasts between 20 and 40 minutes. I think we fall into there. I thought this was interesting. The demographic, it said 57% men, 52% women. I thought women would be...
Oh, I would have thought women would have been a lot more.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I just feel like there's so much true crime, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think women are listening to true crime. I think men are listening to us to get an insight into women or what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, they're getting quite an
Because
insight.
they don't listen to true crime like we do.
No.
Because they're the criminals.
I was going to say
You're going to love this stat because I feel like this is us. 64% of the listeners out there, they consider podcast hosts more trustworthy than other influencers. So if they hear us say something,
It must be true.
it sounds better. And we don't fact check a lot of things, so I think that's probably good. That they're just gonna they're gonna believe us.
We do some of it though, if it matters.
And 2/3 of listeners. Now this is where we're missing it. It says 2/3 of listeners of podcasts have researched or bought products or services that were talked about on podcasts they listen to. So if we had all those shows where we were touting our favorite things and our product,
I know.
we probably got so many people to buy Fabuloso.
I was just going to say that.
and you missed
about that.
You didn't get a dime.
No.
We'll work on that.
Okay.
Tracy, what is a go-to podcast that you love to listen to?
My number one is Crime Junkies.
And is that the one that based in Indy?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, and they have an entire conglomeration.
Audio Chuck.
Audio Chuck. Ashley is a woman that founded Audio Chuck, and I say they because it's a group of people now, I think, but there are probably 5, 6
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
more than.
They're more than I thought.
Yeah.
I just joined their fan club, by the way, because I wanted to get early access to one of their ones that they just released, so I didn't have to wait and I didn't have to have ads. It's $8 a month. It's well worth it. But they have about 12 podcasts under their umbrella.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Crime Junkies is like the OG true crime one.
Yes. And
So.
it's wonderful. And I listen to it on the way in and the way home from work pretty much every day.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, they were saying that most of there were stats on this, but like most people listen on their commute.
And I was thinking about why do I listen to it? And to me, it reminds me of when I was in like 5th or 6th grade. I can't remember. I think it was 5th. Anyway, we had to do a radio play and record it on a cassette. Did you guys do that?
We had to do like a newscast.
Okay. We did The Invisible Man.
Okay.
And there were a lot of sound effects in that and things. And I just remember thinking it was fun. It was scary. It held my interest. I mean, obviously, if I'm still talking about it a few years later, 50 years later, I don't know. So there's something about being told a story versus watching it.
And the storyteller makes all
And
the
the
difference.
storyteller and, the amount of detail they give in
They do
in
it
Crime
so
Junkies.
good.
Yeah,
They
it's
do
so
it
good
so well.
that I feel like I want to find out what happens. You know, sometimes I'll get home with 10 minutes left, so I'll just sit in my car and listen to the rest.
Yes.
Oh,
They're
that's
really good at it.
Yeah. So that's my number one.
That's your number one. Well, I know it must be on Kim's list if she's a preferred member.
Yeah. I mean, that's because they release an episode every week. crime junkies do. And it's either a pending case, a solved case already, or, you know, an update
that's
or
hard to
whatever.
do.
And so they do it every week. And so, and they stay within that time frame. They're typically not over an hour.
Right.
So, it's one of those, you know, you're going to get your fix every week.
Okay. So other than that one, Kim, do you have one that you also love?
I've cleaned houses for years, and I just used to strictly listen to music. And when podcasts became popular, I didn't think that I would be able to like clean and listen to like a crime episode and be able to like visualize it and think about it while I was cleaning. And I was surprised. Not every podcast can do it, but the ones that are good, I feel like it keeps me sharp. You know what I mean? Like I'm listening and I'm like really like the details. So
You're dialed in.
I listen to podcasts versus music now.
Okay.
So I have a lot. So then I got kind of burnt out on, I listened to several different crime ones. So I picked 3 that weren't crime that I really, really like.
Yeah,
So
I don't want you to burden yourself with too much crime.
I know.
That's a lot.
Well, it gives you nightmares. One that I shared, and this is new. I've listened to it within the last year. You guys are going to make fun of me. It's called Dead Talks. And the guy that hosts it, his name's David Fergio, I believe. His dad was killed in 9/11. He was in one of the towers. And David was 12 at the time. So he's in his late 30s now, and he started a podcast about death. And it talks about death, grief, and loss.
And he'll have Dead Talks or Death?
Dead Talks.
Like TED Talks?
Yeah, Dead Talks. So he'll have people on there. He's had neuroscientists on there about the afterlife and near-death experiences. He's had people that have written books about it. And then he's had people that have shared their experience of grief, of death. He does a lot of near death.
Right.
And that fascinates me. And and it's not creepy. It's not where you're going to sit there and be done with it and feel like you know, that you're sad. I've talked about this a lot on the podcast. I have struggled with like fear of death, and I struggle with the afterlife, and I struggle with all this. Anything that can help me give an insight on that I'm not alone in feeling this way, or that it is such a good podcast. So, but it's called Dead Talks, and I don't even know how I came across it. I think I saw something on Instagram, you know, like how your feed,
right.
And it was an episode that he did with somebody, and I listened to it, and I was like, ooh, it had to have been like a scientist talking about it, or they have hospice doctors.
Oh, I like
and
that.
So, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I came upon it, and it is so good.
Okay. I'll have to give that a chance.
So,
Yeah.
What's your next one?
So my next one, and this one, it has been around for a while, and I don't know if he's going to do any more or not. It's called Mobituaries, and it was a book. His name's Mo Rocca.
Yeah,
and
he used
he
to be
was
on
on the Daily Show, and
yeah.
he's on CBS Sunday morning. Joe, my husband, listen to this one, and I thought there's 60 episodes out, so it's very worth like delving into, even though he hasn't done anything for a while. So he does favorite dearly departed people or things. And he concentrates a lot on pop culture. And so here's some of the ones that he's done. People who died on the same day. So the whole episode was about like Farrah Fawcett died the same day that
That's the one I
Michael
listened
Jackson,
to.
right?
Yeah.
So he does a whole bunch of different ones. The death of a name, like the caption is Mildred. You know, like where Mildred was a popular name and how it died. He's done Death of the Human Species. This was a really good one about the Neanderthals.
Ooh.
He had like somebody on there that like studied it. That was really, really interesting.
Yeah, because he's kind of quirky and kind of a dork, right?
And then another one was the death of very fun, very special episodes, like the ones on drunk driving,
yeah.
the ones on AIDS stuff. It is so good. And some of the subjects, I mean, like I have no interest in like a 70s sitcom, and but then you listen to it. He did one about the the railroad. Mm-hmm. Instead, like a whole episode about how you learn. It's so good.
What's it called again?
Because his name's Mo Rocca, Mobituaries.
Mobituary. Yeah, I did listen to one of those, and it was
he does have a book
good.
about it too. I mean, there's a book if you didn't want to listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
So then my last one is, I think I might have talked about this before. It's called The Spiritual Life, and it's with Father James Martin. And I'm not getting all spiritual and churchy. He is a Jesuit priest.
Okay.
And I believe he's in New York, and I believe he's like the, what do you call that? Of a
Archbishop?
No, like a college. He's like the
Dean?
not the dean, but he's like the spiritual director.
Oh,
okay.
But he's written a lot of books. What I really, really love about him is he is in that as far as priest and the Jesuit, he's in that real nice liberal line,
Right.
which I'm just going to say I like. I love his philosophy. I like the way he talks about praying. In this podcast he's Catholic, but it's not Catholic driven. It's very just your prayer life, and
He's very accepting.
it's very accepting, and he's had cardinals on, he's had archbishops on, he's had just writers, he's had he had Martin Sheen. I mean, like, it is just
Your cousin?
I don't know if
Wasn't
she's
she
been
on
on
there?
his podcast or
I thought
not.
she had.
Maybe early on before I started listening to it.
What's it
But
called again? Say it again.
It's called The Spiritual Life with Father James Martin. And it's fairly new. I think that they just maybe celebrated a year. And I think his assistant helps him. Her name's, I think, Maggie. I don't know. But it's just a really...
So you're saying it's not necessarily specifically Catholic. It's more, even though he is Catholic, it's more just about spirituality and
Yes.
praying and
how people approach it. And he's got a really, really good book. It's about prayer, like learning to pray. And it's not non-denominational.
Right.
But it teaches like all the different forms of prayer and how
Okay.
Jesuits pray differently than other I
Right.
don't know. He's just a really, really cool person.
Okay.
So
Tracy,
I
what
like
you
him.
got?
Most of mine are true crime.
Really?
But I had a question.
Okay.
Did you see who just last week was named the #1 podcast for the year?
I didn't, but I have a list here, and I hope it's not Joe Rogan.
It is not Joe Rogan.
Okay, good.
He did not end up on top.
was
Who
it
was
Jake
it?
Shane?
No.
Was it Theo Vaughn?
No.
Thank God.
How about Theo, though, and Joe kind of turning ship?
A little bit.
And-
Have they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have, because they know what they've done. They had a lot of listeners, and like you said, people tend to trust podcasters,
Mm-hmm.
and they know not what they do. So let's leave that. Female,
Mel Robbins.
no,
That surprises me.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
no,
Amy Poehler?
no. Okay, I forget her name. Her husband is the football player that's brothers with Travis Kelce.
Kelsey? New Heights?
What's Travis's brother's name? Jason, his wife?
I just saw it.
Jason
She-
Kelsey's wife
yes,
is the #1.
that's what it said.
What's her name again?
And as far as I don't know her name.
Well, what's the podcast called?
I don't know,
Then how do you know it's #1?
because I saw a thing about her being the #1 podcaster, and it said how, like, she's a mom of like 5 kids, and I don't know if she does other stuff or if she just talks like as herself.
It's Kylie Kelsey.
Kylie.
And it's
Kylie
not
Kelsey.
going to lie with Kylie Kelsey. I mean, is that what?
That was the #1.
I find that interesting.
I think it's interesting too.
It's... Oh, no, New Heights is the one with the brothers.
Right.
But Kylie has her own. It's more like a mom podcast, isn't it?
I think
so. Yeah. I mean, I see like clips and I see
Yeah.
different, she
That's
has
what
on
I've
and
seen
stuff.
too, and she obviously
Very
has a lot of
interesting.
celebrity connections. So it's not your average mom talking about average
I don't know.
things.
You have a lot of celebrity connections too. Don't sell yourself short.
You're dumb.
You're done.
That's interesting.
I find that very interesting that a female
Yeah.
and a female mom that's not, ahead of a business
Yeah.
or of an,
I think
she's
people-
not known for her own acting or
No,
you know
she
what I mean?
seems.
Like,
I mean, I know that she's. Her personality is down to earth. Her
Yes.
personality is like, I'm going to just keep it real.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. Not that
Yes.
she's not a multimillionaire and probably doesn't
Right.
have like.
And she is
a real
super pretty
normal
and
life.
everything,
Yeah,
but
she
yeah.
is. No, she's likable.
Yeah.
She is likable.
Very likable.
Very likable. Now I'm afraid that she's secretly not likable since
Oh, I
you know
bet.
how I feel about.
Let's find out what she's doing wrong and bust
Oh my
it
God!
and just tell
No,
everyone.
we cannot bring her down. I
okay.
do
I
love
thought that's what
her.
you meant.
She just really seems like every woman. Like she's
Yes.
kind of no nonsense. She's pretty but not prissy.
Yeah, you see her
She-
messy. You don't
Yeah.
see her all, Botoxed up. And
Yeah, she's just very real, and like she looks like perhaps she could kick your ass if she wanted to.
I think she
True.
could.
Which no one has ever said about me. So I'm working toward. Oh, shut up. I'll
Okay.
kick
Your ass.
That
we'll
wasn't
just
nice.
see. No, so I forgot that she had a podcast, but yes,
Yeah.
that makes sense to me. That makes me happy.
Do you know how many men though that wouldn't make sense to? Like they would be like, "Why? Who's listening to a woman?"
Some lady.
Oh, I bet you there are a
Talk
lot of
about-
secret men listeners.
I do think so too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because when I did look up online, just, like, oh, what are the top podcasts? Joe Rogan was like the first one. And
He
I'm
was
like,
for a long time, but and true crime junkies for a bit went to first, and then there's been a little back and forth with some others. But
Yeah.
I don't think he's been first for a while. I don't think.
well, and then I was like, because I have never listened to his podcast, but I'm like, I remember Joe Rogan as the guy from News Radio. He was like, he played the dumb guy
Or Fear Factor. I mean, that's
on
how I like.
News Radio, and then he was the host of Fear Factor.
Yes.
Like, I don't know suddenly how he was those two things, like a B-list actor and a guy that hosted a weird show, to becoming like the mouthpiece.
Yeah, Mr. P. He like that. He has some PhD in like philosophy or something.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
just
like-
yeah. I can't take him seriously. I just can't.
Well, I don't think he can take him. I'm sure he was like, "Oh my God, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Really?
Well,
You
no,
guys are
I
listening
think
to
he started
me?"
believing his own shit though.
Yes.
Where like he said it like with his full chest, like he meant it.
Yeah.
And
That's just men
and I would
behaving
look
badly.
at it like, when I would see clips or whatever, and I'm like, gross. Like, you're not smart. I can tell you weren't smart in school. And
No.
ugh. But he's
Yeah.
smart enough to do that and make money, and I'm not. So whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, no.
Whatever.
No one wants to talk about him.
Do you have others in the top 5 or 10
Well,
there?
the top 5 or 10, the only one that I had listened to, like I said, I don't find myself listening to podcasts. I don't know if it's because I don't drive around a lot
Yes.
and I don't clean houses for a living. Like, I don't have
I
like a
think it
lot
is,
of...
yeah.
Reason for
Just
noise.
to sit there and listen.
Yeah.
It just kind of like I don't sit around and watch movies. It's like I don't have the attention span to
Yeah.
sit there and commit to whatever.
I think that's why podcasts work, because most people that listen to them are busy doing something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not busy.
Commuting, and I'm not saying it that way.
No, but I'm not.
But
So I
you
was
have
like,
to
if
look
I was
at-
commuting every
Yes,
day,
absolutely.
and that's why it makes sense that most podcasts are 20 to 40 minutes. That's
Yeah,
probably
it's
the
your
average
commute. It's your
commute.
drive.
Yeah.
But one on this list that I have listened to at least more than one of their episodes is Smartless with
Yeah.
Jason
Funny.
Bateman.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They are all very intelligent comedians.
Here's my thing with them though, and it's not just their thing, but kind of a complaint I had when I was trying to listen to podcasts was that on you would be scrolling and it would say Smartless and it would say who the guest was, and or any podcast and what the topic is. I would start listening and they wouldn't get to the point.
Oh gosh, they do take a long time to get to their subject matter.
I'm like, that's
Yeah.
why when I start
they
the show,
shoot the shit
I'm like,
for like
hi.
20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm like, hi, I'm here, and we're talking about this, and now we're going to talk about it.
Well, they're selling advertising time.
I know. Let me
That's
tell
all
you.
about the money.
They've
I
got
just
a
thought
lot
they
of
were-
advertising there
I
on
thought
there
they
too.
were-
Yeah.
Well,
So
they
if
were boring me. I was like,
yeah,
get
an
to the
extra
point.
20 minutes. They got him another person.
Well, that's
in
the
there.
beauty of like you can fast forward it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they definitely. You're right. The couple
like, I'm
times I've listened to it, I'm like, get on with it because I want to. Yeah,
I did listen to Mel Robbins. Who are you the one that mentioned it?
Yeah.
I did for a little bit, and I got the book, the Let Me or whatever, or Let Them, whatever. I
Let
don't know.
Them.
Let Them. I changed my mind on it. I was trying to get into that Let Them theory, and would it be easier if you could let people do and be what they are and go about your business and not let it bother you? Of course. But I decided to not let them.
And I think that that's healthy, too.
I do too. I think there's a balance.
Yeah,
I think
because I'm aggravated, like with all the let them.
No, it
keep
gets a
letting
little
them
bit
and
out of
they
hand.
Keep doing it
Wait a minute. Did she get canceled for that? Did she steal that idea from somebody else?
Supposedly, yes, that
Yes.
came from somewhere else, and she did not give credit to who she heard it from.
Woo!
But if the other person didn't lock down
I know. I was
whatever
going to
they
say
had
it's
to
kind
do,
of
it's
a.
a thing.
I mean, it's kind of a thing. I think, and I said this about her. I think 1 out of every 10 of her podcasts are really good. I think a lot of it's the same, and
Yeah.
it works for her. That's her audience.
Yes.
I think that she's seems like a very nice person, like But I don't know. At some point, I think she's kind of gotten a little too big for her britches, like
Yeah.
where it's kind of been more like me. I don't know.
Did something come out about her being a swinger?
Oh
Remember
God,
that?
I don't know.
Wow, this is getting even
I
better.
would
thought I
not
heard
think
that.
but
Well, I don't
I
know.
heard it like someone told me. I'm sure it's
No, Tracy's starting to work. Who would tell you that? Nobody even knows who she
I like to
is.
say I read it somewhere, and anytime I say I read something somewhere, it means I saw it on TikTok.
Well,
Well, I was just going to complain that I think I listened to one of her episodes, that one about the owl that you told me to listen to, and I liked it. And then all of a sudden, I saw something like it just appeared to me that perhaps she was capitalizing a little too much. Like sometimes when you capitalize on who you are or your platform or what you're doing, you have to do it so no one knows that you're doing that, to not look icky.
Yeah.
But I went and I bought something at Costco. It was like something like a collagen powder, and it said somewhere that she was the person investing in it, that she was putting her money into these products.
Some of that can be a hoax too.
I don't know. You might look up Mel Robbins and collagen powder, because I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, you're not.
And then she's just trying to get my money.
Yeah.
Well, they all do it to some degree.
Well, I fell for it.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not buying it again, but it's out there.
And then the others that I listen to are one on public speaking. Like it's someone that tells you different ways or things that make it. Her name's Jessie something. I don't do anything they say. That's my problem. Or I'll listen to one about investing, and then I do nothing with what they tell me.
But then wait a minute. Why are you listening? Why did you decide to listen to the one about public speaking?
Because I wanted to do that to make money so that I don't have to work every day.
Well, I think you'd be excellent at it.
Yeah, thanks. I don't think I'd be excellent at it, or I would be doing it, but something is stopping me. But I listen to their things, and then I think, okay, if I did 1, 2, 3, 4, I could do that. And then that's all that happens.
I think that
that's
you're
as
just,
far as I go through with
all
it.
I will say is this. You're an excellent speaker.
Thanks.
And the only thing in your way is you. Like, I truly think, like, you know what to do, and you are excellent at holding people's attention and making good points and all the things that you're supposed to be a public speaker. You're that. You're already that.
Okay,
like,
thanks.
because I truly believe either you have that or you don't.
Okay.
You have it. So just go do it.
Okay.
You speak very well. You speak like, I fall over myself on words. I mispronounce things. I get like word vomit. When you know what you're talking about, like with Zach's
Right.
alliance and all that with the angioma, is that did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. When you're educated in something and you know your stuff, you really are like, it's, you either have it or you don't, like Rachel said, and I think that you're very good at it. So if you had something that you were passionate about that you wanted to promote, you would be good at it.
Thanks, guys.
You're
Moving
welcome.
on. Let's think of something
Yeah,
else.
we're not supposed to say anything nice
I
about
know,
Tracy.
she doesn't
Way to
accept
go.
compliments very well.
However, see, you're like, that's okay. Let's talk about this. We talked about Joe Rogan. Podcasts probably get a bad name, kind of a bad rap, because anybody could have one, right? 4.2 million people have a podcast. And it's men, I feel like, and stop me if I'm wrong, they don't need any more platforms to talk, right? I
Their
feel like
soapboxes are
I feel like
on every corner.
we have heard a lot from men over the past 100,000
Men
years.
say they've heard a lot from women too. I get you though.
Yeah,
I
they
feel
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
Yes.
like when I saw Joe Rogan has a podcast, great, because Ben Shapiro,
I know.
great.
Yeah.
But it's just, the people kind of have the podcasts get a bad rap because anyone can obviously do one.
It
If
doesn't
we're
take a
doing
lot of-
one,
Sometimes the loudest voice is the one that's heard.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a lot of like money to
No.
start a pod. You know, you can do it from the
No.
ground up pretty easy.
yeah, you can do it right here in your attic.
Yeah.
You just do it.
Yeah.
And anyone can do it. And I think that's part of why it's wonderful and part of why it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, some people don't need any more opportunities
Right.
to speak their mind or to get it in front of a bunch of people. But also, I was thinking about podcasting. I'm like, you know what? It kind of feels like everyone, like back in the day, like we would have our own cable access channel or something. Like I feel like this feels like Wayne's World. This totally feels like Wayne's World to me, because
Yeah.
it's just like them sitting in their basement,
Yeah.
like, but they got the airtime because it was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of what podcasts have turned into. And some of them are wonderful, like Wayne's World, and some of them aren't.
not.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Party on.
Party on. Do you have any more podcasts that you would highly recommend?
Let me think. I don't. Nothing is coming to mind for highly recommend. Oh, there was one, but now I can't think of what it was.
Kim, did you have any more?
I'm looking through my list right now.
I love that you have a list.
I do. And I've talked about this before. It's called Buried Bones, and it's two people host it. Paul Holes is kind of one of the guys that was behind Finding the Golden State Killer with like genealogy and all that stuff. Love him. And then there's Kate Winkler Dawson, and she's just a forensic investigator. But what they do, Kate will pick up a case that's like old, like 1800s, early 1900s, and she'll bring it. Her and Paul, like I think they Zoom. So she'll bring it to Paul, and they'll talk about the case, and then he'll give his forensic insight. Like maybe the first like woman serial killer, or somebody that like ones that they don't have a whole lot of like background on. It's a really good podcast, but they talk a lot before they start too, so you might not like that. They do. They catch up and they talk, what's been going on in their lives. But she's really interesting. Like she teaches at, I forget where she lives, somewhere in the South, but she teaches at a school, and she teaches about like investigative stuff and forensics. She's really, really intelligent, and she is really good. Okay. It's a really good podcast, and it's true crime related, but I've talked about Anderson Cooper's before. I absolutely love his. And this most recent season has been really, really good. Yeah. He's had really good guests on.
Tracy, did you have any?
Yeah, the other one I thought of was Brene Brown. And
she has a podcast?
Yeah. It's just about relationships.
Yeah. I like her.
And I just think, I don't think anything she says is revolutionary, but I think she's good at collecting ways of thinking from other people.
I do too.
And putting them together collectively where they make sense.
Well, I know that in my research for the podcast thing, I did notice that there were, they obviously podcasts are going to fit in a category, a type. They were saying comedy is the most popular kind of podcast, and then society and culture, lifestyle and education, health, true crime, like that.
Okay.
And I feel like I feel like ours is all of those. I think we've done.
We do a little bit of everything.
Tip top of everything.
We've been dabbling. We dabbled in all of those things.
Yeah. Well, but I think. Okay, so here's our problem.
What's our problem?
Our problem is that we dabble in all those things. In order to make money at it, you have to find a niche and take that, because otherwise, we're not going to have our own audience. We need to quit dabbling.
Well, I think the magic is from the dabble. And I don't know if we should go away from it.
Okay.
Plus, I can't think of anything else
because
that I love so much
initially what we
to
said
talk
was
about.
Every topic is up for grabs with us.
Because it is.
Well, that was the thought.
Yes.
That whatever came to mind was what we were going to talk about.
So we should have just said, we should just call our podcast, We're Not Going to Make Any Money, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Penniless. Maybe could be the name of our podcast. Well, Tracy, if you think of something that we could talk about that was a little more focused and that's all we talked about, I'm all ears.
No, we're nuts. I don't think that's it.
Okay. You don't think that's where we're going? That's not the direction that we're going?
I don't think that's where we're headed.
Okay. Well, I guess that's the good news and the bad news, depending on if you like what we're doing or not. We hope that you will let us know what your favorite podcasts are. Hopefully we're in there somewhere. And tune in next time for the next episode of Up for Grabs.